Hello everybody, my name is Charlie and you're watching X2. Today is a big day for Thrawn's Revenge. If you haven't noticed already, the Thrawn's Revenge development team has just dropped the 2.3.6 update. This update takes the same approach as the 0.6 version of Fall of the Republic, rebalancing all the ships and increasing clarity in gameplay. There is an awful lot of updates to this patch, and I mean an awful lot, so I won't be able to go into full details on everything in this video, but we will be going through a lot of these new features video by video, so they're easy to watch for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on those videos. We should also mention that Corey Loses, the creator of the mod, has made an overview video on the update too, so be sure to check his video in the description down below. Now, with the formalities out of the way, let's get into what's new. So, much like the Fall of the Republic update, Thrawn's Revenge ships have completely new stats and rebalances. Spamming smaller, harder to hit ships that are eventually unkillable swarms have been nerfed with adjustments to accuracy of other ships. You guys might be aware of the uncounterable Corellian gunship in Fall of the Republic 0.5. But it's going to take a lot of playtesting to really feel the differences in the ships, see which ones have had the most change and what it means in the meta gameplay. But the differences between the Fall of the Republic 0.5 and 0.6 updates were a healthy one, and we can certainly expect that here in Thrawn's Revenge. But thankfully, testing all these new stats will be a lot easier as we transition into our next feature that has been updated, the Custom Fleet Mode. The Custom Fleet Mode has the Fall of the Republic treatment, allowing you to assign ships to different factions despite that faction not being able to build that particular vessel in campaign or skirmish. Alongside this, they've added many more spawn points for more ships, allowing you to literally craft your dream fleet no matter the faction limitations, and pit them together. You simply click the small orb ship when loaded in and select which faction you want all future ships to spawn as. Hitting the battle come button will begin the fights. Honestly, this is one of my more favourite features to be added, as it makes it a whole lot easier for us to do comparison videos, much like our ISD 1 versus 2 versus 3 video we did yesterday. So my question of the day is, if there is ever a fleet versus fleet or ship versus ship video you would like us to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. We read every single one of them. So another gigantic update to Thrawn's Revenge is the updated ship visuals. We're seeing model changes to the Imperial Senator Lander, XR85, SPMAT, CR90, DP20, Marauder, Broadside, MTC, CC7700, Dauntless, tons of the Mon Calamari ships, which are the MC40A, MC80 Liberty, MC80B, MC80 Home 1, MC90, and of course this lovely beast, the Viscount. There is so many ships to really go in detail here, and some new units and fighters, so we'll absolutely do another video on all the updated ships, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled. There is also a new Galactic Conquest campaign for all of you to jump into, the Empire's Essence. Set between 4 to 25 ABY, it is a campaign that revolves around the wake of the second Death Star's destruction at Endor, and the New Republic moving swiftly to capitalise on all their recent victories whilst the Empire falls apart. This is an era progressive campaign, so of course you can change which era you wish to be on depending on the faction, and talking of which, you are now also able to choose your own era start in the Infinities game mode, so that should be quite interesting. Whilst this may not be too much of a big deal for some compared to others, the ability to run a submod of Thrawn's Revenge that allows shield penetration is now available. Information on how to install this mod will be on the Thrawn's Revenge Steam Workshop page for you, so if this little side thing interests you, definitely check up on that. There's also been some significant additions to the ground combat gameplay also, taking many features from the Fall of the Republic 0.6 update. One of the biggest points of change is the landing pads / field bases having build pads, and each option serving something different to you, the player, as you capture them. These three options are the military, support and guerrilla field bases. Each faction will have some sort of different option, and these will essentially provide more infantry for you to work with, making them a strong investment. For example, the military field base will spawn E-Webs and Stormtrooper squads to allow you to not invest so heavily into expanding to other command posts. There are plenty more things in the changelogs, things like updated Imperial space rosters, buildable Night Hammer for the Iriadu Authority, tooltips for all the units, heroes and structures being updated, icons being updated, starting forces in Galactic Conquest campaigns being readjusted, updated hyperspace sounds and voiceovers for specific units, new abilities for heroes, and more. You can find all of these changelogs over at the Thrawn's Revenge Discord group, linked in the description below. So that pretty much wraps it up. Guys, don't forget to answer the question of the day, and most importantly, to like this video so we can get an idea of how many of you guys want us to cover the new updates in detail for you. I have been Charlie, you've been watching X2, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.